So what is the overall energy for the month of May for you, Capricorn? Well, that is represented by the dice card, okay? So the message of the dice card in terms of the energy for this month for you is all about just relaxing, and just kind of like taking things one day at a time. And remember that everything that has happened up to this point in your life has happened for a reason, okay? So instead of kind of like worrying or overthinking about things that you really don't have any control of, do focus on the things that you can control. Like I said, if you feel that you want to go after something, if you feel like you want to achieve something this month, this is definitely the time for you to do so. And just don't worry about, the things that you have no control over, okay? It's all about, surrendering, to the unknown. It's all about enjoying, the time that you have. It's all about being present and taking things one day at a time, okay? So how are you coming into the month of May, Capricorn? Well, that is represented by the Eight of Cups, okay? So the Eight of Cups, as you can see, shows a man that is pretty much walking away from something. And I get the feeling that for a lot of you Capricorns, the month of April was definitely a month of endings. It was a month of leaving things behind. Perhaps, you ended a relationship, or perhaps you left the job, or perhaps you moved, you relocated. So the month of April was all about, endings, so that you could start fresh, so that you could start a new beginning this month. And that's a great thing, because in order, for you to walk towards your purpose, for you to walk towards the life that you were meant to live, sometimes, we are being asked and we are being guided to leave things that are simply not serving us anymore. So whether it was something physical, or whether it was just a complete interchange, or just a complete transformation in a spiritual sense, or in a sense of a personal growth, I think that you are just pretty much ready to kind of like close the door to the past, and you're definitely looking forward to the future. But most importantly, you're definitely staying present, and you're definitely enjoying everything that is surrounding you, and all the wonderful things that are surrounding you and will surround you. So what should you be focusing on this month, Capricorn? Well, that is represented by the Ace of Wands card, okay? So the Wands represent passionate. It represents creative energy. It's all about action. So this month you are being guided, to go after your dreams, to go after what sets your soul on fire, be in mission, go after your life purpose, You have a lot of creative energy. You have a lot of ideas. Once again, you're being guided to shine this month. So if there's a project that you have been working on, that if you've been planning for a while, then this is the month to kind of like bring it forth. This is the month to make it a reality for you. Don't be afraid. Like I said, this is the time for you to kind of like stop playing it small, stop settling, and, give yourself permission to truly dream, and give permission, to really go after what you want, and what what you truly deserve. And not only that, what's truly going to help you stand up, but is also going to help you shine your light, and shine your light onto others as well. Okay, so don't be afraid. I know Capricorns, they're fighters, and they're very determined, and they're very tenacious, and they go after their dream. So it's the perfect time, because since since the month of April was all about endings, this month is all about new beginnings and going after your dreams and truly taking action. Okay, so in terms of something that is happening that is new or unexpected for you this month, well, that is represented by the Wheel of Fortune card, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune is all about, completion. It's all about, being in a place where the things that are destined for you are going to become a reality, okay? So this is your life kind of like taking a 180. This is your life completely transforming and almost like being at the right place at the right time, for your life to change for the better, for things to start happening that you have been, manifesting, that you have been visualizing, the things that are truly destined for you. Then you can definitely start seeing, the actual proof of these things happening for you this month, okay? Now, in terms of your hopes or your fears, that is represented by the Three of Cups, okay? So the Three of Cups represents, community. It represents getting together with like-minded individuals, being surrounded by people that raise you, being surrounded by people that are similar to you, that have a similar vision, that have similar goals than you. And this is perfect that it landed on the hopes and fears card, because like I said, I get the feeling that whatever project or whatever things that you want to achieve in terms of your dreams, I feel that you are going to greatly benefit by being with other people, by possibly creating a partnership with one or two more people. So definitely surround yourself and network and connect yourself with people that that have the same vision as you, that want the same things as you, and that are going to help you, and that you're going to help them as well. But it also represents, celebration. It's all about, like I said, focusing on the now, focusing on all the blessings that you have. It's a very feminine energy. It's a very nurturing energy. It's a very powerful and feeling empowered energy as well. Okay. So what is the potential outcome for after this month of May? Well, that is represented by the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups usually represents, somebody, a water sign. So it could either be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. So definitely after the month of May, you can definitely see somebody coming, a man, possibly that is very much in tune with their emotions. They're very, they're very poetic, they're very romantic, and they're coming into your life with an offer, with a full cup of something. They're coming into your life with an offer of love, or an offer, it could possibly, a business proposition. But this is somebody that you might know, or that this is somebody, new entering your life after this month as well, okay? So let's see what we have in terms of your love, overall health and well-being, and lastly, something that you need to surrender or release this month as well, okay? So we have, in terms of your love life, the dedicated effort card, okay? So what this card is letting me know is that you are at a place in your life where, since you were able to let go of possibly an unhealthy relationship, or you ended a karmic partnership, or you simply, left something behind, this month, this card and the message of this card is letting you know that you are in a place where you are more open, to be in a relationship with somebody that is like-minded, with somebody that is truly going to make the effort for you, with somebody that that is going to bring in, you know, the same things that you bring into a relationship as well. I get the feeling that it's a person that is very much like-minded, you know, that you have the same visions, that you have the same goals, that you see life with the same perspective. So this is letting you know that everything that you have been through, all the challenges, all the, you know, the lessons, you know, the endings, they haven't been in vain, because this is somebody that you have wished for and that you have wanted, you know, to be with for a long time. And they're going to match your effort, and you know, you're both are going to be truly partners, and you're both are going to work for the same goal, you know, for being, you know, the best team that you can be. Okay, so what about your overall health and well-being? Remember that this encompasses your body, your mind, and your soul. So we have, once again, and the message is being very clear, and it's the Suns and Rays card. Okay, so once again, this is just letting you know that, you know, that you are in a great place in your life, and that you are very much in balance, you're very much in harmony this month, and that this is time, you know, it's time for you to truly, you know, be in your element. It's true for you to truly be proud of where you are, of how far you have come along, for you to shine your light onto others, for you to not be afraid, you know, for you to not kind of like be in the shadows of anyone or anything. You know, it's time for you to truly shine. And this is just another reminder, you know, that this is where you need to be right now, and that this is what you are being guided to do. You know, you are such a source of inspiration, you're such a source of strength, you know, that just simply by being in this world, you are making a difference in everyone you meet. Okay, Capricorn? And lastly, let's see, what is it that you need to heal, or that you need to surrender to this month? So you have the rejection card. Okay, so the message of the rejection card is that you are being guided, you know, to release those feelings of that you're not deserving of love, that you are not worthy of love. I know that sometimes it's hard, you know, to not feel or not to take things personal. To think that, you know, that just because something ended, or just because somebody left our lives, or simply because sometimes it's not the right time to be with somebody, that is because we're not worthy, or, you know, of this love, or because there's something wrong with us. But that's not the case. So you are being asked to find a source, you know, to find exactly where these feelings of rejection are coming from. They usually come, you know, from our past, you know, from when we were children, or even from our past lives. So whatever, you know, whatever feelings, residual feelings that you have, that bad relationships, or abandonment issues, or these feelings of not feeling good enough, it's important that you release them, and it's important that you remember who you are. Remember that, you know, remember how powerful you are. Remember how important you are. Remember how amazing you are. And that once you're able to kind of like release these blocks, and you're able to heal, you know, these feelings of rejection, of abandonment, of not feeling good enough, of not feeling worthy enough, then I think that you are going to be in a place where nothing, you know, where basically you're going to be unstoppable, you know, and you will receive anything that is meant for you. Okay, so don't let that stop you from being, you know, the wonderful person that you know that you can be. Okay, sometimes it's not even your fault, or has nothing to do with you as a person. Sometimes that has to do with the other person, but this is still lingering, you know, and it's important that you deal with it. It's important that you heal so that you can truly be at peace and so that you can truly be happy with yourself. Okay, Capricorn?